Hi, everybody. It's Debbie from Century 21 Homestar. I'm going to be on my own today, so I hope you can see what I can see, and I'm doing this correctly without Tony. Today, we're going to talk about mobile efficiency, working smarter from anywhere. So, as you all know, that this is something that's really prevalent in our industry right now, working from our phones, our tablets, and such like that, so we can be mobile. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to give you some tips on that. Um, why is mobile efficiency and mattering in our business? Clients expect quick responses from us, which always happens, right? They answer yesterday. Most real estate business happens outside the office, which is totally true. I can testify to that. Although we do still have people that come here, and anyone who's our agents are more than welcome to come here and meet with clients as well. But the majority of the time, it happens outside the office, whether it's at a Starbucks or a Panera or a library, places like that are public. Mobile tools save time and increase productivity because you can do it anywhere, right? So a lot of the programs that we do have are mobile friendly. Faster communication improves client satisfaction. Uh, People want the answer before they even ask it half the time. So being able to find the answer to things quickly is what our consumers in this world want these days. Efficient agents close more transactions, and that is also true because the more organized you are, the quicker you can get through your things when you're trying to do stuff. Your pro tip is your smartphone should function as your mobile office and not just a communication device. There's so many things that you can do on your phone, and you can connect to your other things, that it's a powerful tool in our industry these days. Essential mobile apps for realtors could be your CRM, your customer database app. That's for managing your leads and your contacts. The majority of the CRMs out there these days do have a mobile app, so you can access things very quickly on your phone or your tablet for that matter, because they do connect a lot of times, your phone and your tablets. MLS mobile app for property searches so that you can find answers to things on the fly when you're out there. Our MLS Now, which is the majority of what you guys are using out there, does have a mobile app. They have been playing around with it now for the last couple years. And I think it's called the MLS Touch. So if you don't have that on your phone, you should download that app. Electronic signature apps for contracts. You can also put on your mobile devices. Your DocuSign and your Dotloop, for instance, are mobile friendly. It's kind of hard to read the documents when you're on your phone. It's better on a tablet, but you can still do it. So, cloud storage apps for documents. So, cloud storage apps might be the one that we use, which is Dropbox. Dropbox is everywhere. Like there's a lot of cheap versions of Dropbox so that you don't have to pay a lot of money, but it stores all of your documents to the cloud. The other thing that people use is their iCloud. If you have an Apple phone and such, you can use their cloud storage. Another one is your Google. Your Google Drive is actually cloud storage. You can get a lot of storage through Google for a very cheap price. So that gives you access to store your documents and stuff. Just as a reminder, you do need to store everything for at least 3 years. Even if you never close a deal with that client, you have to keep their stuff for about 3 years. Calendars and scheduling apps are also great. The Google Calendar, I can't talk enough about that. Your scheduling apps around here at Showing Time, there is an app that you can put on your phone so you can find things very quickly there. Your pro tip for this one is limit your daily use apps to tools you actually need to avoid distractions and confusion. So don't be playing on your Facebook or your Instagram instead of working, right? Manage your calendar on the go. I'm a very big advocate for using your calendar on all your apps because it syncs to everything that you do. So it syncs to your devices. I can see my calendar on my computer, on my laptop, any laptop that I have, because I have a couple, phone, tablet. As long as you're using the same thing, which I use Google, you can see it everywhere. It's fantastic. It even shows up in the CRM. Schedule appointments immediately. So using your phone, you can just get right in there and schedule those appointments. You use it to reminders for important tasks. So when I have the meetings with the agents, I will set a reminder so it pops up and I can see that I have another meeting in 5 minutes. That is super helpful for everyone. You can block time for lead generation and you can share your calendars when appropriate. So I can share my calendar with Adam, for instance, so he knows when I'm busy and when I'm not. If someone calls and wants to get up my schedule, you can share it with other people as well. Color code your appointments by category: buyers, sellers, closing, recruiting, personal, and for quick organization. If anyone looked at my calendar, they would see a rainbow because I use colors every single day. Mobile communication best practices. Respond to calls and text promptly. This is really important. Even if you are at work and you cannot reach that person, if you get a call from someone and they leave you a voicemail, if possible, try and listen to that voicemail right away and try to respond. If you can only send them a text, send them a text. Have something ready so that you know what you're going to be saying. So, like, oh, I just received your voicemail. I will check on that and get back to you shortly, or after 5, or after 6 o'clock, so that they know that you at least got the message. You might want to say something like that you're in a meeting with another client at the time. Try when you're talking to your clients, don't say, well, I was at my regular job, because they're going to be put off and they're going to think, oh my gosh, they're not paying attention to me. I don't mean anything to them. When in reality, they're the ones that we really want to cater to. So just tell them you're in another meeting, or that you're working with a client right now, or you're in an inspection or something, and you'll get back to them shortly. Even leads. Leads are it's very important to get back to leads right away. I can't even stress that enough, because they will move on to another. And if you're doing any lead sources, your realtor.com, your Zillow, your any of those ones, I can't think off the top of my head right now. They all want communication very quickly. So using your phone for that is also uh, a must. Utilize video messages when appropriate. So that's something else you could do. If you haven't reached that lead, for instance, and you want to let them know that you received their information and you're happy to talk to them, have a little video uh, created on your phone that just says, hey, it's me, it's Debbie from Century 21 Homestar. I did receive your information. I want to let you know that I'm happy to talk to you. Here, I can call you back at 5 p.m. or 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, or something like that. They can see your face. They can know that you are responding to them, and they're just not getting a robot answer from someone. Keep communication organized in one system. So that's where your customer database, your CRM, comes into play, that we talked about in the last session. A short personalized video message often creates a stronger connection than the lengthy email, which is what I'm saying. If they see your face and you're actually talking to them through a video, they're going to feel more of a connection to you. So it's important to try and create those bonds when we're trying to work with people. Managing documents from anywhere. Use electronic signatures whenever possible. Store files securely in the cloud. Scan documents using your phone. Here's one that I was talking to someone yesterday about: scanning documents while using your phone. A lot of agents don't have scanners. Every single phone, whether it's an Android or an Apple product, has different kind of scanner tools. You can get Tiny Scanner, you can get the Genius Scan. Each one has a different kind of thing, and most of them are free. If they're not free, that app is going to cost you $1.99. I mean, it's really nice. You take a picture of the page, and then like if you're using Genius Scan or Tiny Scanner, it'll create a PDF for you, and like Genius Scan will put them all together and make a nice little folder for you. So you can do that on the fly if you're meeting with someone and you don't have access to a scanner there. The electronic signatures, whenever possible, that's your dot loop, your DocuSign. Of course, check with your broker accordingly and make sure that you are allowed to have access to that. Some brokerages want to make sure that their agents are trained on documents and also those products before they let them in. Those kind of things you do have to pay for. Usually they're not free. Organize folders by client and transaction. So just so you know, you can save your documents or your paperwork that people sign however you want on your systems. If you want to save them by the client name, that's fine. We save everything in the office here by address because it's just easier for us to find things that way. But for you as an agent, you might have a client who wants to use you and for multiple transactions. So you might have the main folder be the client name and then subfolders with each one of their addresses of the properties that they're dealing with underneath that. Backup important files regularly. This is something that's very important too. You want to always make sure you're backing up your files on your computer, or at what I suggest people do is they get an external hard drive. You can plug it into your tablet. I think you can plug them into tablets. You can plug them into laptops and computers for sure, and they're not very expensive. I have a 2 terabyte backup system that I use, and I have a ton of space left on it, and I've been using it for 10 years. So you save your stuff there. It's a no-brainer. You can put I have personal files on there and I have work files on there. Maximizing productivity between appointments. You want to return calls while you're parked somewhere, not at the stoplight, of course, but in a parking lot or something. You can return a call quickly that way. Follow up with leads during your downtime. So whenever you do have downtime, make sure you're following up with people and double checking things. Downtime could be when you're sitting on the couch, just relaxing a little bit and watching TV. There's nothing wrong with you following up with leads during that time. Review market updates on the go. Always check your market. The MLS now has done a really nice job of giving us a lot of market information these days. Your realist tax gives you all kinds of information. It's going to also tell you what the market temperature is, so you can always see if we're in a seller's market, if we're in the middle of the road and it's anybody's game, or if we're in the buyer's market. They also give the stats for you. So you don't have to create all that stuff anymore. It's there at your fingertips. You just have to use it. Anyone who is listening to any of this stuff that is a Century 21 home agent and you don't know or can't remember how to do any of this, of course, you know you can reach out to me because I will help you with that. Complete small tasks immediately and use voice to text for notes and emails. My new phone, because I just got one not too long ago, does the voice to text now, and I really like it because it makes things a lot quicker. But just make sure that you're double checking what it's actually writing out on there, because it might misconstrue your words, and then you go back to read it later and you don't know what it says. So just check that. Pro tip for this one is 10-minute gaps throughout the day can add up to over an hour of productive work if used effectively. So that's what I'm saying. If you have a couple minutes here or there and you just have something small that you have to do it. Don't procrastinate because no one's going to do it for you. You got to be the one to do it. So just get into the habit of filling in your space time with things like that you have to do. Um, Creating a true mobile office. Always carry a portable charger. There are so many different kinds of portable chargers now, but that's really important because if you are using your phone or your tablet, for instance, and you're on the go all the time, you're going to run out of juice. So always have a portable charger available to you in your car or what have you, in your briefcase if you carry one of those. Keep contracts and forms accessible. So even if you're trying to use your phone for your things, I tell everyone always keep folders of the purchase documents and the listing documents, basic stuff, in folders in your car, always accessible in case you run into a problem with technology. Then you don't have to, oh, shoot, we can't get into there now, but luckily I have it in paper form that we can fill out, right? And then you scan it with that mobile app that you just downloaded. Use mobile hotspots when needed. So sometimes you can't get to Wi-Fi or maybe you don't have unlimited data. You can use a mobile hotspot. There's a lot of places that you can connect into, especially if you're going to like Panera, you're going to McDonald's or you're going to Starbucks or any of those places to sit down and work. Or if you're meeting a client there, you can log into their Wi-Fi and then it doesn't even cost you anything on your data plan. Maintain a clean and organized phone. Regularly update apps and software. So that's something that you do have to check. And a lot of our phones these days, they just do it for us, so it's okay. But double check all the time whenever you have a minute, just updates, click the little button and see if there's any updates available for the apps that you're using. If there are, you should load them right away because there's some good stuff in there. And it's a lot, most of the time, it's security things that you're updating. At the end of each day, review your phone, CRM, calendar to ensure nothing falls through the cracks and you didn't miss something important for your day. My closing thought here on this is the most successful realtors are not necessarily the busiest, they're the most efficient. This is so true. Mastering mobile productivity allows you to service clients faster, stay organized, create more opportunities wherever you are. This I cannot stress enough. You see all of these people out there and they are busy, 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 you think, right? Well, they have structured their day so well and they're using their tools so well that you think that they are, but they're actually working less than you do. So all of the tips that Tony and I bring to the table and we tell you about in these videos, so true. If you just do some of them, you're going to be that far along in your business. This is my happy thought for you today. I always give you something that you can post out or something new that we have going on that we can share. In August, it's going to be National Dog Day, and I thought this was the cutest thing that I ever did. I did this with our new Empower AI. So any of you agents that's with Century 21 Homestar, if you haven't logged into our new AI system, this took me about 2 minutes to make. And look at how nice it makes me look. It makes me look so young. So I love this though. It is a very cool thing. You can post this out on social media. It looks great. And any dog owner is going to just giggle when they see this and they're going to remember you. And that is the important thing. How do we get people to remember who we are and where we work with little things like that? This does not, uh, this is not in their face. It's not, you have to pick me today. This is just something that you can send to people or that you can share on your social media that reminds them of who you are, where you work, and what your contact information is. And like I said, if they're a dog lover, they're going to remember this. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Of course, if you ever need anything, you know how to reach us. You can always get to Tony at talk, the number 2, Tony.net or Deb, talk number 2, Deb.net. We are here for everybody. We are so happy to work with you. Please schedule some time with us. We're here to help you grow your business. I hope you have a great day and I will talk to you soon.